Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be unboxing the Chestnut Move. This thing is literally humongous. It is a chessboard that is going to move the pieces itself. So I'm super excited to open this thing. So let's just open it up. Okay, we got this giant box here, and yes, I'm doing a voiceover because my audio had not recorded when I was opening this up. However, this box is huge and we finally got it open with the scissors. It took us a little bit of a job, but we got it. So here we're pulling it out, and this board is a little bit bigger than the Chestnut Evo, which is why I'm opening it on my bed, if you were wondering, because I can't fit it on my desk. But look at that. We have the Chestnut Move. Experience robotic chess like never before. The packaging on this is just insanely beautiful. I love what they did with the O in the Move with the pawn. It's beautiful. And of course, like all Chestnut product, they have advanced full piece recognition. That is one of the best things about the Chestnut products. You can actually speak to this board. So you're going to be able to say like E4, and it's going to recognize the voice, and it's going to be able to know where the notation and the pieces are going to go. However, the coolest thing about this board is that the pieces are going to move themselves. Now, opening this up, it was like Christmas for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm 26 and nothing gets me more excited than opening up new chessboards because I'm a nerd. We're peeling off the back and we're going to be opening this up, and we're going to take a look at what the pieces look like. And we're going to see what's inside of this beautiful box. So of course we have the quick guide. Most Chestnut products are going to come with this. When I say most, I mean all, of course. We don't really need to look through this because we've already done it multiple times, but when you purchase yours and use code APEX to save up to 17% off of any of their product, can make sure to look through your quick guide. So in here we have all the chess pieces, of course, and they're slightly bigger than the other normal pieces that you'll get from other boards because they have the thing on the bottom which allows them to roll across the board. And of course, in the center there, we have the piece charging port. So here we get the first look at what the chessboard looks like. Chessboard is super duper sleek, but overall the board feels nice. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. I really like it, and I love that it has the notation on the side. Some boards don't have the notation, but this one does, and that just makes it really easy for newer players to see where they're at on the board. Okay, so here we're actually going to be pulling everything out. We're going to take a look at it and get it all set up and ready for us to actually use. Here's what is on the back of the box. It just shows you what exactly you get within the box. Of course, there's a chessboard. I would hope so. That's what you purchased. And then we have the charging port, and it comes with all the pieces plus 2 extra queens, one for white, one for black, of course. And it comes with 2 charging cables. I'm assuming one for the chessboard and one for the charging port, and your quick guide, of course. So with this board, you can connect to a bunch of different platforms, but the main 2 that people are going to really want is Lichess and chess.com. Both you will be able to connect to using the board. You just download their app. You can find all that information in your quick guide. It's very easy and straightforward. We have a screwdriver because on the back of the pieces you can take off the rolly things, and there are some spare rollers in case something wrong happens. On the charging port, it says, since the pieces are set to shutdown mode during production, please note that they need to be placed on the charging pad and powered once before activation. once for activation before first use. So you have to at least set them on and charge for a little bit before using them. The activation is only required during initial setup or after manual shutdown. So before we can use it, we're going to go ahead and charge these things up. And then we're actually going to see it in use. So make sure you stay for that. And I will see you there. Okay, so here we have the chestnut move setting up the board. As you can see, it's connected here, and it's gonna set up the position all by itself. And just like that, the board is completely set up. Okay, so we're gonna actually be doing a puzzle here. I just completed one, but watch how it sets itself up after I click this button. Okay, boom, it's on the phone and the chestnut move is already getting to work. So if you want to practice over the board puzzles, this is literally perfect. Watch it just go to work. And I have never seen anything cooler than chess pieces moving itself. Now, as you guys know, I have a Chestnut Evo, and that thing is insanely cool, but the only thing is, you have to move the player's pieces for them when you're playing somebody online. On this, you wouldn't have to do that. But let's go ahead and solve this puzzle. So, it is black to move, and it looks like white has just played b3. So, let's actually go ahead and take a look at it from this point of view. So, what I'm noticing is that might have weakened the black diagonal here going towards the king. So we might be able to utilize some checks here. If I were to give a check on b4, it looks like they can just block with the bishop, but then maybe we push the pawn to c3 because the knight holds that square. So let's go ahead and just give it a try. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so the bishop is now going to block. And now I'm going to push the pawn forward. And they move the queen. So they're not allowing us to push forward, but that looks like it might just be a free piece. So let's go ahead and capture. And chess.com has said we have solved the puzzle. So let's go ahead and click again. Let's do it again. I'm having fun. Look at this. Yes, I do have the board set up on my bed because I don't have a proper spot right at the moment for the board. And as you can see, it gets to work pretty quick. So the last puzzle had pretty much every single piece on the board, but this one has less, and it's taken no time. It takes like 10 seconds or so. So it is once again black to move. The rook has just moved to f7. So let's actually look at it from this perspective again. So rook f7 was played. Black to move. We can notice that the king is cut off. And is this... Well, I was thinking that maybe it's just checkmate in one. But, well, it's not. It wouldn't be checkmate in one. It'd be rook f5 and the rook has to sack. But I'm thinking maybe we have something a little bit better. Maybe bishop to g2 check, forcing the king out. And then through discover check, we can actually just win a rook. So if we go bishop g2 check, king has to play to f3, and then we can play bishop f1 check, and the king has to go back, and then we can take the rook for free. So let's go ahead and see if that is the move. That is just solved, according to chess.com. I kind of want to analyze this real quick. So I put it into analysis mode. And it's adding in some pieces because, yeah. So we gave a check, and now it is mate in 1 after king moves to g3. That's what I said. What is the mate in 1 here? Because I was just going to play a rook or bishop f1. This is what I was going to do. I guess that's actually just checkmate because now the king can't go back. Okay, I digress. This thing is cool as heck. Thank you so much to Chestnut for sending me this board so that I can show it to you guys. Make sure that if you want one of these boards or any of Chestnut's product, they have tons. They have the Go, they have the Pro, they have the Evo, now they have the Move. Make sure you go check them out. And if you do decide to buy one, you can save up to 17% off, which is the maximum discount that you can get by using my code APEX. And that also supports me, as I will get a part of the commission. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the board. I thought it was super cool. I'd like to know your thoughts. I'll see you in another one.